Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking and the Smart Arrows. Well, please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. And if you would, share, and subscribe. Okay, so NVIDIA closed at 128.30. They had a high of 129.20 and they had a low of 123.85. I thought we were going to dip lower than that, but we did not. NVIDIA's strong. You know, NVIDIA, the dominant trend is up in NVIDIA. I expected a dip today. We got one, and she rebounded nicely. The daily is a buy, the weekly's a buy, and the monthly's a buy signal in NVIDIA, and that gives it the dominant trend is up in NVIDIA. However, the same cannot be said for Tesla. Tesla's dominant trend is down, and so thus Tesla is down. NVIDIA is up. Where's NVIDIA going? I anticipate the consensus, I should say. I'm not a NVIDIA expert by no means. And I don't trade NVIDIA at all. I only trade Tesla because I like Elon. And I like the movement of the stock. But anyway, getting back to NVIDIA, it's got a high of right around 141-ish. And I think 141.76 or something like that. Anyway, if this thing closes, I think it's gonna go up and test that 141 area, and if she can manage to close above that area, watch out, because Missy, you might get your 150 that you're holding out for. I know Missy's got NVIDIA. She bought early on, and not quite sure where she bought it. I think she bought it down in the 90 or 100 range, and she had her heart set on 150. And I think 2 weeks ago I didn't think she was going to get it, but that girl, she just hangs on. She's got Tesla too. That's Jeff's daughter, and what a girl! What a girl! Yeah, there's some ladies that play. So, and she is a lady. She's a wonderful person. So anyway, I'm not going to do NVIDIA anymore. I don't have it on the screen. I'm not going to put it on the screen tomorrow. I'm just going to stick with Tesla. Today when I was doing the video with arrows and stuff, it's just not responding to the reverse engulfing method like Tesla does. I've done reverse engulfing on Tesla for well over 4 years, and it responds beautifully to the smart arrows. And there's different stocks that perform differently, and they may work in one time frame or another. I know the video worked much better. I went back in time some on the 15-minute time frame, and it worked much better on the 15-minute, but that's a pretty big time frame for most people to trade, unless they're swing traders probably. But it did respond better to that, but in the 5-minute chart, it just, and I seen it even the last few days, it just wasn't, the arrows weren't responding like they do in Tesla. And so I'm going to stick with what works. Tesla works extremely well with the Heikin ASHI reverse engulfing method, and always has. NVIDIA did respond well to the death crosses and the golden crosses, however. So, but I'm just going to stick with Tesla, and my son will be happy about that. And let's see, what are we going to talk about here in Tesla? What about Tesla? Oh, man. Well, we closed at 209.21. We opened at 213.25. We had a high of 215.66 and a low of 206.84 so far. And she's sinking like a rock after hours. But I'm gonna go through a little bit with the 5-minute chart with you, and then I'm gonna put it on a 2-minute chart. You know, Grandpa at 10:30, Grandpa turns into a pumpkin. I stopped my live stream about 11:15, 11:30, but at at the 10:30 mark, every day, a lot of times you start getting this sideways movement. This is a 5-minute chart right here. And when I show you this in a 2-minute chart or a 1-minute chart, you're going to really be surprised what you see. And is this tradable? Not in a 5-minute chart, it's not. But it is tradable in a 2-minute or a 1-minute chart. And Grandpa did that for years. I would trade that goofy stock all day long in a 2-minute and 1-minute chart. But Grandpa don't. I don't want to make an extra 200-300 a day that bad to work that hard. So Grandpa doesn't do it anymore. But can you do it? Absolutely, absolutely. You can, and it's great practice. You do that long enough, and you'll learn the Heikin ASHI method. In a while, you stare at these candles long enough, and you'll see the pattern. I don't need arrows to know whether to buy or sell. You probably figured that out by now. But I put them on there the smart arrows appear out of outer space between Grandpa's ears, and so that you can visually see the spot where where it took place, and you can look back through time or whatever on a live stream and figure out how it works. And so, Grandpa did well today. I didn't get rich by no means, but I made some good money going short. And I was done trading 7 minutes into the day, just into the regular trade. And I bought pre-market way back over. Short. Let's see. Okay, so here we have the 5-minute chart, and we literally ran sideways from 10:30 to the close in a $1.50 range, at right around the $1.50 range. You cannot trade that with a 5-minute or a 15-minute or a 30-minute or a 1-hour time frame. It just don't work. You're going to go broke. You have to get down to a smaller time frame. Now, for those of you that don't know about time frames, right up here next to this gear, see this gear up here? Next to this gear it says 5M, and if it says day, it's a day, okay? And so you click on that. If you click time frame here, it will allow you to make more days, keep it 5 minutes, change it to something else, blah, blah, blah. Click OK, and you got it, okay? And you have a favorites list there's a star down here when you click on that time frame thing, and you click that star, and you can make favorites that'll come up that you can use again in the future. And So say you want to go from you got your thing set on a 5-minute chart or whatever you got it on. Grandpa trades the 5-minute chart predominantly. However, I have multiple. I have 5 screens, so I'm watching the 2-minute, the 5-minute, the 15-minute, the 30-minute, the hourly, and I switch over to the 4-hour even to get a range, a proper range. I look at the daily, I look at the monthly, and you want to know what the other time frames are doing, even if whatever you're trading, if you're trading a 1-minute chart. But here, this is the spot where you make that change, right to the left of style, where it says style, right to the left of that, you click. And the reason I'm saying this is because there might be a few old guys out there like me that don't know how to do this, and so you might want to do it. Now on my 2-minute chart, I have one set up that's 3 days long and two minutes. Okay, so that it's stretched back in time a little bit more than just one day. If I want to scroll back and see what happened the day before, I can. So here we are in the whopping 2-minute chart. Oh boy, she's exciting. And now, remember how tight it was going across in, I'm trying to find where 209 is on this thing. 206, I mean, coming down. Where the world, what was Grandpa got going here? Here it is, 206.94, the low of the day. So in the 2-minute chart, we came down. Now here, it looks like, you got enough going on where you can go in and out, and you can. So if here disregard this first arrow here going up, okay? Disregard that arrow, because in a 2-minute chart, you're going to get your signal with your arrow much quicker. The down arrow, the sell arrow is going to be right there, up at the top in a 2-minute chart, which is going to put you in your trade. However, you have a buy signal right here, which is going to give you a opportunity to buy that bull flag. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you buy that bull flag, even on a 2-minute chart, you're going to be lucky if you break even. You're most likely going to lose a little bit, but you're going to get a sell signal immediately again. It's so fast, it'll blow your mind. If you want like action, a 2-minute chart is the thing for you. So then you grab this short right here, and you're going to pick up a buck or more going down here. So you're looking smart now. And here you have your buy signal right here where Grandpa's arrow is. Okay. And you go up, and you're going to grab yourself about a buck. It starts stagnating. You get your sell signal right up in here, and you'll get out. Disregard that arrow there, because that's from the 5-minute chart. Bled over. And so we'll move on in time here, and I'm going to actually make it a little bit bigger so that you can see what Grandpa is actually. I don't want to make it that big. So you can see what Grandpa's actually doing. So you're sailing along here. You get a sell signal right here. This green candle is engulfed into the one before it. We have a indecision in between. So here is your sell signal. So you go short in the 2 minute, and let's see, you're going to get in that candle around 209.69, and you're going to get out. It just moves sideways. You're going to get out. Just get out. That's all I can tell you. And I'm trying to see where we have a buy signal again that's decent in the 2 minute right here. Well, this would qualify, but you're going to probably get right there, 209, 209, 2. You're lucky to break even. I'll tell you, trading sideways is just nasty, even with a 2 minute. And what I would do is I'd scalp 50 cents, 70 cents, and when I got a signal going the other way, I'd reverse or vice versa. And you make 4, 5, 6, 60, 50, 60 cents, and you got a couple bucks, and if you're doing it with enough shares, you can make some money, So here you probably pick up another 50 cents going up. Pick up 50 cents going down. Here you're going to get killed if you get caught in that mess. It takes time to learn it. It really does. No matter what you do. And this is tight moving sideways. If you got in down here and bought this candle and managed to hold all the way over to here, there again, if you once you get in, if you start looking at the 5 minute candle or time frame and candles, it will mellow you out, so it takes some of the stress out of it, because it's not so quick moving. So you might have got yourself 75 cents on that bad move, but she's so much back and forth. And 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, it comes quick, And then you get into this where just a row of indecision candles, that's nasty. You just got to ride it out. And did we get a sell signal at the end of it? What do we got going here? Does this one fit into that one? It does. So, but that gave you a buy signal just before it went down, a fake out, a complete fake out just before the dip came. Of any substance, you got a complete fake out. So if you're trading Heikin ASHI, you didn't even get the run going down. Did we get the run going back up? Yep, we got it. This is a buy right here. So you got the run going up. You probably picked up a buck there, but you did not get that run going down. And over here, so now you're up there and you got out again. And I'm looking for a sell signal that's legit. It's easier when Grandpa's got 2 minutes to this body of this one does not fit into that one, period. This indecision candle fits into it, so we could go with this candle right here as sell, but you're not going to make more than, you're lucky to make 50 cents, because here she took off up on you again. And when you see that green candle coming, you want to get out of Dodge. You got to think on your feet. Did we even get a sell signal? Let's look at the 1 minute once and see how that responds in this thing. In this mess going sideways in a $1.50 range, can you make money? I know you can. It's just 1 minute is just phenomenally intense. If you like intense, you got it with this. Okay, so here we have a clean sell signal. This thing might work better with a 1 minute. Clean sell signal, you're going to pick up 50 cents, 75 cents. We don't have a clean buy signal. You're out of the game at this point. You're waiting for an opportunity to go one way or the other. And we're moving along. I'm looking. Well, we have a buy signal here. So you bought, you go up, you got all these indecision candles to sit through. And if you manage to do that without getting out, panicking and getting out, which you should do because you don't have a sell signal, you have a sell signal up here. So you might have picked up a buck on that one. And then you have a sell signal here. Excuse me, a clean one too. Yeah, it looks way better in 1 minute. I would suggest one, if you're going to do the sideways, you might as well do a minute. Yeah, and you could pick up a buck on this one. So doing the 1 minute looks like you would probably be, and here you have a clean buy signal going up and a clean sell signal going down. $1 there, 75 cents there, 50 cents there, you'd pick up. But you got to be quick. You no indecision. You're dealing with 1 minute. You got to be able to know. Here you got the big green candle. The body of the next green candle fits into it. Red candle. And at the 45-second spot in a 1 minute candle, you know the color. You will know whether this thing is going to be red or green. So at 45 seconds into it, you are going short. I'm talking to people at a margin account here. You can do this with a cash account also, but only going up. So here's your sell signal. You're going to go short. You get this green indecision candle here. I'd be out of that trade in a heartbeat. We do have a buy signal again right here. You might make 25 cents if you're lucky. We have no sell signal here. None. There is none. You cannot manufacture your own buy and sell signals. That's just the way it is. Here we have a buy signal right here. This is engulfed into that, and we get this big green candle, and 45 seconds, you know this candle is going to be green. You get into it. Don't let these little hammer candles and indecision scare you out of your trade. They're meaningless. They're absolutely meaningless, and you're off to the races. Now, you're going to make some money on that trade. You made a buck. So, that's the different time frames. It's fun. It's interesting. Like I say, Grandpa did it for years. I traded a 1 minute candle. I don't even know how long I did it. Long time. And I was intimidated by a 5 minute candle, to be honest. Now I just like to do my one trade a day type of deal, not even trade past 10:30. Because it's a total different game. It's than do it. Grandpa likes to know the direction in the beginning of the day make my money, and because Grandpa needs a nap every day, you know. And I don't want to work intensely hour after hour after hour after hour looking at candles anymore. But for some of you younger guys that are in your 60s and 70s and 80s, you know, this might be the ticket, you know. But yeah, she ran tight. Oh, I better quit talking. Yeah, maybe if Grandpa's up to it, I'll figure out where I think we might open in the morning, and if we have divergence and all that sort of stuff. Right now, Grandpa thinks the range is 204, 201 area down on the bottom. For right now, it could be worse. We might gap down there by tomorrow. Or we could gap up. Who knows? I don't know yet. I got to do a little research. And even I don't even trust my opening figures right now with what Tesla is doing. It just, she's wild. She's absolutely wild, and she ran sideways all day. I expect some. She ran like a rubber band all day from 10:30 to the close. This thing went back and forth mostly in a $1 range, and you can expect it to snap like a rubber band, and it's going to. When? Grandpa don't know when, but the arrows know. Don't you worry about that. The arrows know. So, yepper. So anyway, I'll might do one later on here and figure out the open and what it, and the range on the top side. You know, you're looking at 215, 217 area. The way it looks to Grandpa with for right now. So you wanna go short at the high end, and you wanna buy down on the low end. Right now, Grandpa's not hip. One of the reasons I took my profit out today is Tesla can reverse on you so quickly. Any stock can, but Tesla can just get wild. And when Grandpa's got his profit and I got a good profit, I like to take it periodically because you always have to remember you are playing against a super smart computer. I mean, you're playing against a supercomputer that is designed solely to take your money, your hard-earned money. And so you have to respect that. You have to respect your competition, because you're not just sitting here looking at candles and arrows and all this and that. You're playing against a machine that is designed to take your money, and it's not set on easy mode. It's set on extreme, the extreme best they can do to wipe you out. And they do. They wipe out 97% of traders are losers. And nobody likes to hear that. Nobody. But that's 95% for sure. 95% for sure. But I believe of actual day traders, 90%, 97%, 3% are functional. Okay, well, I depressed you now. Can you beat them? Absolutely, you can beat that computer. But it takes some work, and it takes diligence, and it's, truthfully, it's not a joke. So I used to have it quite a bit better when I had the blinking, but when TD Ameritrade sold out, they had charge of Thinkorswim system, and they sold to Schwab, and they completely changed. Nobody knows. I don't think anybody even realizes Grandpa, but they completely changed how they do the blinking that Grandpa looked at for over a year, and so I don't have that tell anymore. So I went back to my hiking, ASHI, engulfing method that I did, and I did that in conjunction with the blinking is always how I have traded, but the blinking really gave Grandpa an edge. And I tried to promote it, but it didn't go that well because everybody just thought Grandpa was nuts. And I had no way of teaching how the blinking really worked to anyone that Grandpa seen, you know. And anyway, it's still blinking. It's just done in a way that it's not advantageous to some nut like Grandpa that's paying attention to that little stuff. Okay, hey, think about eternity once in a while. Grandpa does. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.